well, Jed, not the result we wanted on the weekend, but how important is it to put that aside and focus on the next task at hand?
Yeah, it's our season. As much as it sucks, and the hurt behind, losing the amount of games that we had this early in the start of the year, we can't afford to dwell on it. Otherwise, we're not going to improve at all. So yeah, we need to park it and get the learnings and look inwards to get better. And yeah, we've done a good job of that so far this week, as you've probably heard the boys yelling and screaming in there. So keep the energy inwards and look forward to the Crusaders this weekend.
It's a pretty big occasion for the club, 10-year anniversary of a 2014 championship winning side, which you're a part of. How did it feel to be a part of that outfit?
Yeah, I was a glorified pad holder all year, but just the guys that were involved in that team and the experiences that I had as a young kid, being around those types of guys, and being able to experience a result like that for New South Wales firsthand was something that I truly cherish. Even though that I didn't get on the field that year, I feel like I still played a part, and really keen to see all the lads. I just got an invite from one of the boys inviting me to my own captain's run, which was nice. So gave them plenty of crap for that. So really keen to see them all and see where they're at in life.
Special for you, but it's also special to the younger players that probably would have been in the stands or watching on TV. How influential would it be in a boost for morale? The 2014 outfit's going to be a guard of honour and they're going to be in the stands watching the game.
Yeah, I think Jorgo was in kindergarten or something, which makes me feel really good about myself. But yeah, I think just to be able to be around those types of guys, your Dave Dennis's, guys like Brendan McKibben, who are just an awesome team guy. I'm not too sure because they are spread all around the world at the moment, so I'm not too sure who's going to show up. But just to get experience from those guys, because people forget 2 years before we won that chip, Tars had a really rough season in 2012 as well, and a lot of those guys were a part of that, and be able to flip that within 2 years to then win the comp is experience that a lot of these guys, a lot of us can relate to and help us, turn things around.
How much soul searching do you do after sort of a result, particularly the way that the loss have happened, where you've been in the sort of game for 70 minutes and then it's just fallen away in those last 10? How much as a playing group have you just got together and just try to work out that sort of common reason why it's happening?
I think it's pretty evident. We're missing that last 10% in attack. We're making line breaks, but our own errors are killing us. Line out attack was pretty poor on the weekend. We had a lot of disrupted ball, which was on me as a caller, but line out D was good. Skill errors all over the park. It's tough, but it's things you can shift quite quickly. Like, I was talking, I've had a lot of guys reach out actually, and they say this stuff turns, you just got to stay at it. Like, we're making inroads against good teams. Apart from the result on the weekend, all of our losses have been by 7 or less. So with a couple of different things happening, you're looking at a whole different season. So it's a matter of sticking to our process and making sure that we stay focused. But losing, so many games on the stretch, on the trot does eat away at you. There's no getting away from that. But it's something you've got to embrace and move forward.
It's off the back of that, this Crusaders game come at a perfect time. It's just a reminder of just how good this team is when they are on, and I guess even sort of evoking those memories from 10 years ago. Yeah. I mean, Crusaders are probably in a similar spot, to be honest. They're a team, different to us, but have had 10 straight years of success, and they've come on some hardship this year. And even this year, they've only won game, and we've only won game, and it was against them. So that game down in Melbourne, you probably saw where our potential could be when we are on, like passes sticking and what we can do to teams. We just got to really tap into that and
for whatever reason, we really get up for the Crusaders. You know, over the last 10 years, we've had quite a good amount of success against them, considering that their success rate that they've had. So this is one we really get up for and are excited for.
How's the group been with Angus? How's his morale? A tough blow on Saturday.
Yeah, it's tough for Gus. He's had a rough trot with that foot. He's in seeing the specialist, but obviously he's a massive part of our team. Scrum wise, ball carry wise, and just personality wise. So we definitely feel for him. We've got a bit of a prop crisis at the moment. So we're going to have to wrap the HJHs and Hayden Thompson springers in a bit of cotton wool all week and get them right, because we're a bit lean there.
The concern seems to be that it's a similar injury, and obviously being a front row and scrumming, it's a concern. If it was a drastic change where he had to move positions, like I said, to the back row or something, do you see a world where he could do that? Like, if I'm thinking worst case scenario, the scrumming was a problem.
Oh yeah, well, I know how much he loves scrum, so he'd probably be the first one to tell you to stick it somewhere. But you could put him on the wing. He runs like faster than half our backs anyway. Scrumming doesn't define how good he is as a rugby player. He's super talented, and as you said, if that was the worst case scenario and something that he'd weigh up, he'd be a world class back rower. He could even jump in second row. He'd probably need to lose about 10 kilos, but he's got the body shape for it. It might make him look a little bit better, which he'd probably love.
Have you guys officially heard how long he's likely to be out for? Is it season ending?
Mate, I got to be honest with you, I wasn't here. I've had flooding at my house down in Wollongong, so I wasn't here yesterday, so I was down there dealing with that. So I haven't seen him or seen him in person and talked to him yet. But I don't think the medical staff have a definite answer on the length or the severity of it. It's obviously that toe that he's had issues with, but I think he's getting a few different opinions from a few different specialists to see why it keeps on happening and how they can best manage it.
I know that each week, mathematically, is still very much a chance, but I think you just said before you feel like this is your season this week. Is that the approach that you're taking in this game?
Yeah, I mean, try not to be too vocal about it, because if you get so focused on an outcome, you lose what's important, and that's trying to get better each week. We understand that we haven't got off to a good start. We're definitely feeling, the pressure of trying to get wins and why isn't certain things happening for us, and as players, it weighs on us for sure, and it is something that we think about, because although we have got a couple of bonus points here and there, you're not going to get into the 8 when you're not winning. So we need to start, and we know it can be a snowball, and you can pick up a few wins quite quickly on the trot, but it's just what comes with winning is just that confidence and that belief within the group. And you can see when a couple of things don't go our way, I'm guilty of it as well. Your head drops and you think, it's just another week as well. So we got to flip that, as I said, look inwards and bring the energy and convert on some of these opportunities that we're getting.
Is there a bit of a thought as well, like it's not just Super Rugby standings that are affected, but perhaps like Wallaby aspirations for a lot of the guys as well? So you're playing for even more than just Super Rugby standings, right?
Yeah, I hope not though. I hope we all know, like, if your Super Rugby team's going well, that's only going to improve your chances of making the Wallabies, and that's what we want, right? In Australian rugby, all the Super Rugby teams really pushing each other and the New Zealand team, so we create a world-class Wallabies side. So I hope that's not the motive for guys, but I mean, sure, I can imagine it would be in some of the guys' back of their minds, thinking that if we're not winning, that
they're not going to be making the Wallabies sides, but for us to really go well, we need to focus on what we can do for the Tars, and once we start winning here, that'll only improve everyone's chances of making the next level.